Okay, it is Thursday, February 19th, 2026. It is almost 11:30 a.m. in New York, and I'm done trading for the day. I have tried at least 6, 7 times to record this video, including the original video when I was recording live. And I just keep talking too much. I'm just had a bad day. Now, having said that, let's start here. I'm going to take a snap. I don't want to show my whole control panel, but I have it set so I can show this particular account. That's my realized P&L for the day. I'm done. 104,000 plus net liquid. So it's $100,000 eval with a $6,000 profit target. So less than $2,000 from the profit target to move on to funded. But in spite of that being a very good profit on such an account for one day, without a doubt, very strong profit, it is absolutely a disappointing result because it doesn't reflect the plan at all. And the only saving grace is that it's not my responsibility today. It's not my fault that my trading plan was disrupted. Let me explain. So heading into the open, that's the 5-minute, this is the one. Heading into the open, I decided of the different color schemes and bar candlesticks arrangements I have, this is the one I liked best for today. And what you see here is, rather than bracketing the reference bar, which is the bar that opens at 9:15, closes at 9:30, I was bracketing this large outside bar. And I explained all this in the live video, which is never going to get published because I use some language that's rather colorful and I'm not proud of. So anyway, excuse me, this crosshair, the yellow crosshair, wherever that crosses, if I say this bar, I'm referring to the bar where the crosses are placed. So this bare bar that it's labeled at the bottom, you see 8:30, that means it closed at 8:30 a.m. This bar was followed by this outside bar, which was followed by an inside bar. Al Brooks calls this an IOI pattern. Inside, outside, inside. It's a form of breakout pattern. Now, you could bracket the high and low of the inside bar, or you could go to the outside bar. It was pre-market. I'm not looking to do anything. I didn't even place orders until this 9:30 bar close. But you can see this is basically a trading range heading into the open, a 1-hour trading range. If you were to put up an hourly open, high, low, close bar, you basically it would have been an hourly doji, I'm presuming. Let's just take a look real quick. Oh, you know what? It wouldn't have been because the time would have been from 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work out. But anyhow, I had a sell stop to go short down here at 61.75. Price dropped through it. My order turned orange. I don't know what happened, but it didn't appear as though the order had filled. I tried canceling it. The order went from status active to pending and then cancel pending. And then nothing else would work. I could click on anything and the data was still running. I could see price moving, but it didn't look like I had a position. I didn't hear the little order filled, stop filled, any of that stuff. Now, the way this trade should have worked out, it should have been a 2-tick profit. The entry should have been executed at, 1 tick below the low of this bar. So it should have been executed at 61.75. When price dropped through 57.75, which it did, my automatic stop loss would have dropped from 4 points from -4 points to +2 ticks. Price got as low as 57, so it did not reach my take profit. Reversed up. Should have been a 2-tick profit. And then, given commissions and maybe slippage, maybe it was break even, maybe it was a 1-tick profit, but should have been a profit of about $20. The next entry would have been when this 15-minute bar closed, buy stop above, buy stop at 80.25. Again, price went more than 4 points in my favor. I think it actually may have gotten within a tick of my take profit, and then it reversed. It hit my +2 tick stop loss, and then it went up and took out the profit target. But the result for today should have been 2 trades of +2 ticks, basically 1 point, $50 less commissions. Let's call it about $39, right? So how did I end up with this large profit? Well, what happened was, again, the platform did not appear to have filled my order. It was not responsive to any attempts to cancel orders, place orders. So I logged out, I closed it, exited the platform to restart it. And while restarting NinjaTrader, I also decided to start Tradovate. So if you have a prop firm eval with Tradovate, you don't have to use the Tradovate platform. If you have access to NinjaTrader, you can run it through NinjaTrader. But there's always available Tradovate. So having had problems similar to this in the past, I thought, well, I might be in a trade that I don't want to be in. And sure enough, I was. I got Tradovate open. Somehow I was short 4 E-mini contracts. I was down over $1,200 when I logged in. At about the same time, NinjaTrader opened and everything was functioning. It was showing I was short 4 contracts. There was no stop loss and there was no take profit. I dropped to a 1-minute chart. So we have to go back to here. And what I saw on the 1-minute chart was, it was basically coming down. I was down 1,200, down 1,100, got to the point where I was down maybe 600 points, maybe even a little less. And then I was just watching the 1-minute chart at that point, figuring, well, if it kept dropping, I'd get out at break even or so on the 3 additional contracts and manage the 1 contract as I would normally manage it. But instead, price opened, it ticked briefly below here, and it started moving. So I just reversed and went from short 4 to long 4. And that's where that profit came from. It erased the loss that I had taken. And then it moved so quickly from where I got in. I mean, I exited at the market. And so I don't even know exactly where the exit was. Doesn't matter. Point is, there was a platform malfunction on NinjaTrader today. So I'm very disappointed because my results, though very positive, do not accurately reflect the trading plan that I'm trying to follow, so I can prove to you that if you adhere to the principles of the roulette epiphany, that if you trust your method and your edge in your method, if you follow the rules, if you take only the setups it gives you, if you're patient, you think in terms of weeks and months, never today or even tomorrow, then you'll make a lot of money and your family will live a life very few can afford. Well, today, it all got screwed up. Definitely a NinjaTrader problem. There's been problems with both NinjaTrader and Tradovate over the last 6 weeks. These problems have caused many traders to lose funded accounts and to lose evaluation accounts. Some prop firms make good. Some prop firms make good on those. Other prop firms, you're just out of luck. And today, look, if I didn't realize what was going on and log into Tradeovate. I mean, this price ended up going 30 points against me from where I got in. More than 30 points. That's $1,500 on per contract. With 4 contracts, that's a $6,000 loss. I would have blown this account if I hadn't been able to get access. And a week or two ago, there was an issue with Tradeovate and NinjaTrader where there were people in trades, they got logged out, they weren't able to log back in. Their stops were not being honored and their take profits were not being honored. And many, many people lost many accounts. So this could have been a day like that. If I had not been able to get into Tradeovate, I would have lost this account. And again, this would have been through no fault of my own. I'm using the same, and I can show you right here. Let me just think this is a SIM account. So it doesn't matter. So let me do this. If I were to go, I probably have, do I have the chart trader SIM? Okay. So if down here I placed an order, and this is, I call it trade day. That's what I'm doing. So here, sell stop market 1. That's how it should look. Actually, let's do it like this. Let's just go ahead and do one. I don't care. Submitted. See if it gets triggered.
Order canceled.
So I cancel that order. I just want to show a trade get filled.
Order filled.
There, filled. There's my $200 stop loss, my 6.25 point take profit. Doesn't matter. I didn't do this one because I thought it was a good trade. I just want to show it's working fine. This is the trade strategy that I set up for this account. And it just didn't work. Something happened and I got lucky. But this is one of those days I wish it would not have happened for 2 reasons. One, I would have been fine showing you all a day where my total profit for the day may have been as little as, say, $30. Just 4 ticks, but on 2 trades. So that's 2 commissions. So $35, $39. And that would have been fine. I would have rather that. I would have rather made $39 according to plan than be sitting here with the $1,100 and I had to use other methods to make up. And again, I wasn't gunslinging. I really was. I can drop to the 1 minute. I was watching what was going on. This is one of my scalping setups on the ES is right there. I just knew to get long. It wasn't coming back down. This was going to probably be the low of the day, at least for the morning session. So back at it tomorrow. Try to stick to plan. You can see there's something, the market just isn't willing to get moving, right? It did test the previous day's close, tried to go red to green, tested today's Globex open, so it was above the open, opened here, tested, fell below, and so now it's stuck below the open. That's it. 15 minutes almost here. I'm going to shut up, but again, a good result with respect to profit. I much prefer the profit I got to losing the account, that's for sure. But very disappointed in NinjaTrader. I guess the last thought is this. I think I'll soon be done trading prop accounts. I've accumulated a good bit of payouts into my own personal funded account. And I don't think I'm going to continue, though, with NinjaTrader. I think once I decide to commit full-time to trading my personal account, I'm going to open an account with another broker, with another platform that hopefully will prove to be more stable and more reliable than NinjaTrader and Tradeovate. They're both garbage at this point, and the problems occur so frequently. I can only guess that the owners, the corporate owners of NinjaTrader and Trade-Evade, feel confident that they don't need to offer a better product in order to keep people tied into the product, which is a shame. Maybe one of these days FidVad will open up a prop firm and I'll do it with a different platform. And if it's better than everybody else's, then maybe everybody else will follow suit. NinjaTrader will be forced to fix their two products because right now, again, they're just hot garbage. See you tomorrow.